Hello and welcome back. I'm Diana if you're new here, and welcome to Diana's Kitchen, where I learn how to cook. Okay, I am practicing how to cook using recipes I find online, or recipes I think in my head, or recipes that I remember from my childhood. So whatever happens, that's what's going on. But yeah, again, don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet, and let's get into today's video. Today we are actually using a recipe from Eating Well. It's a website, and what we're making today is something very easy, very simple, because all I wanted was Brussels sprouts. I was craving Brussels sprouts, but I don't know how to cook Brussels sprouts. I have had them before, yes, so I know that they're delicious. The only thing is, again, that I've never cooked them. The recipe, I don't know if it's going to taste the way that I've tasted it in the past, but I don't remember exactly how it's supposed to taste because it's been a long time since I had them. So anyways, it's gonna be really exciting for me to see if hopefully that recipe is good, and then I'll be able to use it in my future meals, because I have a bunch of Brussels sprouts, but I'm only cooking a small amount because I only want to eat a small amount for today. Now I am going to be eating them with potatoes. So what we're going to be making are roasted Brussels sprouts and potatoes. And yeah, let's get into it. I know if you're hearing noise at some point, it's going to stop. It's my refrigerator. I'm not gonna shut it down because I need to keep my food cool. But anyways, yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so they're calling it a side dish. I'm not calling it a side dish. I'm calling it my main meal. Like I said, I don't feel like eating anything else except for that. And I'm also going to add some, I think, sauteed spinach to the mix. And yeah, I'm just going for a full vegetable meal today, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so let me go over the ingredients of what they're asking for. And y'all, I am so excited about the ingredients for today because I have almost everything. Okay, they're asking for a pound of Brussels sprouts, trimmed and halved. I have not trimmed or halved them, so I will have to do that. And then 12 ounces of baby Yukon golden potatoes. I don't have Yukon golden potatoes, but I do have a potato, and I'm going to cut it up. And 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, a half teaspoon of ground pepper. Doesn't say black, so I'm gonna use the black one, and a half cup chopped fresh half leaf parsley. I don't have parsley, but I have cilantro, so I will use that. In any case, cilantro is just to add flavor at the very end once the food is ready. The only thing that I do not have here, let's see, it says chili powder. Yeah, I don't have chili powder. I have cayenne pepper, but I don't know if that's the same as chili powder. So I'm not gonna use that because I don't want spicy food right now. I just want simple, basic with basic flavors. So hopefully that will do the trick, and yeah, let's get started. Oh, it also says to preheat the oven to 450, but I remember last time that usually when I start to preheat the oven, the camera gets really hot and dies on me. So I'm gonna wait until I have prepared the meal, then preheat the oven, and then turn it on. So yeah, let's go ahead and chop up these Brussels sprouts and potatoes, and then add some of the seasonings in there. Let's go. Okay, so for trimmed, I'm just assuming that they mean cut off the back end of it, because there's these little things and I guess we don't eat those. Yeah, I think that's what they mean by trimmed. Get rid of the back end. Oh, they're so cute. They're like baby cabbages. Are they baby cabbages? Oh my gosh. I wonder if I have to look that up. These have to be baby cabbages. They're the cutest things on the face of the planet. But anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and trim the way that I believe is called trimming, and then cut them in half as well. I don't think I need a whole bunch of them, so I'm just gonna toss them in my little bowl here, and that's where I'm going to mix them from. I'm questioning whether yeah, the potatoes will fill me up. So yeah, I was like, should I put the rest of them in there? But no, I'm just gonna do that. And yeah, I think those are a lot. That should be good. That should be good. It looks like a lot of food. Let's cut up the potatoes next. need a little bit of rinsing. Just gonna rinse them up and then mix them together with the, oh no, I didn't cut the Brussels sprouts in half. Okay, I have to cut I have to cut the Brussels sprouts in half now. Okay, let's go back. Now I'm really ready. Now I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, what's going on? Now I look like I have an abundance of food. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Put them in there. Toss and toss. Everything I want. Wow. All right, looks really good. And okay, you might be wondering, why is she wearing a turtleneck? Maybe you're not wondering. It doesn't matter. But it's summer. I know, it's almost summer. It's cold outside. It's so cold outside. And the cold enters my home and I just, yeah, it's best to just wear something warm. So I put on a turtleneck. Thank goodness I put everything away, but once it started to get cold again, y'all, I was like, these clothes are coming back out until this cold front just disappears. Anyways, let's move forward. Now I'm going to actually preheat the oven while I put the spices inside of the food, or the seasonings inside of the food. It says toss Brussels sprouts, potatoes, oil, salt, chili powder, garlic powder and pepper together on a large trimmed baking sheet. Spread in a single layer. Roast until the vegetables are tender and evenly browned for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, so I'm going to do that, but what I'm thinking, I'm going to mix all of that in the bowl that I just used, my little friend here. I'm going to put it, oh, it smells so good, just like cabbage. I'm pretty sure these are baby cabbages, just like baby carrots, they're part of it. Anyways, I am going to go ahead, put all that while it's still in the bowl, mix it up in there so that it just covers everything well, and then place it on the baking sheet, and then let's go in the oven. I did not put a pound of Brussels sprouts. Actually, how many pounds is this? So I did not use the full pound of Brussels sprouts because that's too much food. I did not want to cook all of that today because clearly, as you can see, that's a lot. That's a lot for just one person. So I only put half, so I'm going to use half of the measurements. But if you're doing, it says that it cooks for 8 people if you use the pound. So yeah, that's for you guys at home. If you want to make this and you want to cook for a lot of people, or you want to eat for multiple days, then you could do the whole thing and then use the same measurements that I placed in the beginning. But I'm gonna use half for my measurements just because, again, I am only cooking half of everything. So let's go. Looks very nicely seasoned. Everything is oiled up, and I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more oil just because I feel like it'll dry up, but I think everything is looking really nice. Let's go put it over onto the pan and then put it in the oven. Let's go ahead and make our sauteed spinach, and we're just gonna lightly saute it because we don't want to overcook it. We just want a slight bit of warmth and tenderness. I have the stove on high, actually I turned it down. I'm going to put my onion in there. I'm just gonna chop up some parts of an onion and should be that. Now yes, of course, this is easier when you do it on the cutting board, but I'm right here, so I'm not going to go away and then cook. I'm gonna cook from right here, make life easier. And then I'm gonna add some olive oil. Doing a good amount. I don't measure because I make the sauteed veggies almost all the time. So I would say it looks like 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil if you measured it, because it's quite a lot, as you can see. And we don't want to cook the onions, we just want them to marinate and make the smell and flavor pop. So just a little bit of heat and then add the spinach in there. And then, of course, we're gonna add black pepper and salt. Ooh. I think I put too much. Flip. Season. It's like everything is going to taste the same basically. The other food actually has garlic, which I'm interested to find out how it's going to taste because I'm not the biggest fan of garlic. However, it asked for garlic, I had garlic, so I'm using that. But I never usually use garlic unless a recipe asks for it, like that one. Since the goal here is not to overly cook, it's just to actually make it tender and nice and warm, I'm gonna stop right here, and this is what it looks like. I like to taste to see if the flavors have gone in. They have. Very simple. So I have 13 more minutes before the food is ready. I am going to go ahead and take this camera out of the kitchen because it is heating up. Let it cool down and we'll be back when it's ready. Okay, the alarm has not rang. We have 3 minutes and I just remembered it says stir occasionally. I was not stirring occasionally, so let's go ahead and stir a little bit, see how this looks like. It's probably, yeah, let's see. Questionable. Let's see here. What's this? Okay, these look like the little particles, the little pieces that fell off, and the real meat is still here. The salt is still there. I love it. The little like the breakaways are the ones that look like they burned off. But the potatoes, I don't think they were quite ready yet. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more oil because they're not looking as juicy as I want them to. A little bit more oil, and then put them back in the oven for about 3 more minutes. Yeah, okay. Let's toss it in there really fast and then cook for another 3 minutes because I missed 3 minutes. That's why you heard that little beep, but maybe you didn't. Anyways. Ugh, it's super hot. Okay. Alright, let's just hope for the best and for more deliciousness. What I want to do, since I'm cooking for about 4 minutes now, I'm going to cut up an avocado. I'm craving avocado. Just gonna add that in there, a little fat. We need that, and some tomatoes. I'm craving a little juiciness. So let's go ahead and do that. Simple. I think that's gonna solve all of my other problems of not having protein. But I do have my fats. So anyways, let's go ahead and we're just gonna put that on the plate and wait for the food, toss it on the plate and try it all together. I'm gonna try to make this as pretty as possible. Sprouts are ready. Let me bring them over and then add them on there as well, and it's gonna be fantastic, I hope. Okay. You cannot tell me that does not look good. I don't know what to tell you, but I love it. It looks really pretty and I'm so excited. So let's go ahead and do a taste test and find out if these are now, they do look a little bit browned, but again, those are the flakes. The flakes got extra brown because they were not being held up or held together by anything else. So if you put them in there, it's like a chip. Regardless, the food is all cooked, it's ready, and let's try it out and see if these are the Brussels sprouts I'm going to be cooking from now on. I hope so. If I like the Brussels sprouts recipe, I will leave the link in the description box, and yeah, let's go ahead and taste test. Okay, and now for the big reveal. I am a little bit nervous, but well, I did not burn. I followed the recipes almost, or the ingredients almost to the T, almost. I feel like sometimes when I'm cooking and I see a recipe and it calls for something, I'm like, but you could use a little bit more of this, or you could actually not need that, so we'll see. But the only thing I was missing was the chili powder, so let's see if this is something you want to make, or I want to make. Oh my gosh. Very delicious. I love how, what is the word? It's strong, like a little tart. How tart they kind of are. And it could also be because of the little burnt leaves. So I don't know, let me see. I don't know, it does have a little tarts to it, which is nice. I like it. The potatoes. Okay, I do like everything together. I would definitely add more oil. It is a little bit dry, and I like my food feeling a little juicy, so it is a little bit dry, so that's a little down part for it. But aside from that, I like how they mesh together with the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts. I think they did a really good job on that. I will definitely be using that again. Let me see if I want to actually eat it together with everything that I have on my plate. Okay, yo, this is such a beautiful meal. I know it does not have any meats in it, but in my head, I think it would go really, really, really well with salmon. So if you wanted to have a protein with it, salmon is really something that I feel like it would taste really good, or chicken. But I can definitely see myself eating this with salmon. But even by itself, all of this beauty, you guys, it's so delicious. So delicious. So definitely recommend, and I recommend eating it like this as well. You know, with the avocado and the tomato and the sauteed veggies, all of it together, it's just so, it's mouth-watering and it's very, very delightful. You know, I just feel really good when I'm eating it. So, so that's my review. I will put the recipe of the roasted Brussels sprouts and potatoes in the description box. And if you want to just follow along with the sauteed veggies, definitely recommend season to taste. That's all I do, season to taste when it comes to the veggies. And yeah, and then I did not put any salt or flavor into the avocado because everything else is kind of salted, and neither did I put that in the tomato, and that's why they work so beautifully together. It's so well balanced. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead, sit down, enjoy my meal because it is warm in here, and with this turtleneck on, this is not functioning properly. So I'm gonna go sit down, drink some cool water or some cool juice, and indulge in my meal and call it a day. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked and enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you have not yet. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!